So, Brad, obviously 1-0 defeat on the first game of the season. How do you feel?
There's enough positive in there to know we'll be just fine this year, because I think everyone on paper and everyone knows what we was up against today, and in terms of a side that will always be up there competing, and there's a very good chance anyone that finishes above them will win the league. So that being said, I thought first half we were comfortably the better side. Just the quality in the final third I think lacked. We dropped off a bit in the second half, and the runs that we were matching and we was able to get hold of, I think we just got sloppy. And we just didn't. It's not very often. We just didn't have that quality in the top end today. Like, that's not saying we don't have the quality, just in today's game it just didn't click. That being said, we're 12 yards out with a wide open goal in the first half. Like, you can't put that over the bar. You have to make the keeper work. And I just said in there, like, it's all well and good doing it in pre-season. It's this is the business day. This is business time. And as I said, walking off the pitch to their manager, I think it's pretty common knowledge we weren't probably best of friends, but it's a professional respect. It's you don't have to like someone to respect them, but I think potentially we may have got each other a little bit wrong. But it's respect for what they do, and they respect what we do, and that's all you're after. That is all you're after in football, and I think we've seen enough today to, as I say, I think we're going to be pretty fine. It's just a shame because I think we would have had a chance in the first half that we could have gone 1 or 2 up. I know King has made a few decent saves, 1v1, but we've had chances to really be there. A few sloppy decisions from the referee, but for both teams as well. So I'm not going to moan about that too much. But yeah, I think we could have been a few goals to the good in the first half, but second half it was one of them where I didn't really feel anyone was going to do too much. We had a real sloppy 10 minutes, and I thought a draw was going to be the most fair result in the game. But that's what good sides do. They find a way. So we lost to a good team. It's as simple as that. And there's no shame or no harm in losing to a good side. It's a nice, tight affair. All we have to do now, very common knowledge, is go to their place and take the 3 points back off them. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Obviously 2 new signings before the game, Jake, and obviously we've seen Jake in pre-season as player A, and obviously George coming back. What can we expect from them, from the squad? In the squad, Jake,
everyone's seeing what he's capable of. He's only going to get better. A young man developing, and he's got a lot of quality in that left foot as well. So I thought defensively he did really well today, which is going to be a real stern test against some good pace and good lively lads. George is only going to get fitter and better. He's a very, very tidy footballer, but we'll get him in the building obviously. And in this first few weeks, it's getting back to learning how I want to operate and implement his ability into how we want to do things. And yeah, we'll be well away with those two. And I think we're in a decent position. It's good that we're disappointed after today. Of course, you're disappointed losing any game, but I think disappointed the fact that we've not taken at least a point from the game. But it's football, and it's the first game of the season. We dominated against Wellingborough last year, and lost to a worldie, and we didn't have that bad of a season. So I think this is a more realistic game. I think there's some really, really good from it, and yeah, I think there's a springboard for us to learn from and really have a good attack at this league this year.
Obviously with a new season, there's always the predictions and the expectations of where you want to finish and how you want to do. What are your expectations, and where do you aim to obviously ideally finish?
Top of the table. So if you're asking me that's of course where I want to finish. But it's a long, tough season. We've got some good sides in this league, and my aims and ambitions is to be competitive and very capable of winning every game that we play in. Being able to go away and be resilient, but also winning as many games as we possibly can. So can we win more games than we did last year? Can we pick up more points than we did last year? Can we concede less goals? Can we score more goals? So my ambitions is improvement in every aspect of this league this year, and if we can do that, we won't go off wrong. So I think we'll be in a good spot. I don't put a prediction of first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So first things first, you want to be super competitive. Then, as a bare minimum, we want to aim for the playoffs. I'll happily say that. But it takes a bit of luck and a bit of good fortune and a lot of consistency to go and really compete at the top of that table. And I think we're capable of it. But we're only going to get better going into the season.
And then finally, Mickle over on Tuesday. With how today went, are you going to be implementing any changes into tactics, or just rock up?
I certainly never rock up to any game, but it's another game where potentially one of their management staff has underestimated us. I think he's got a minibus full of work colleagues coming to the game because we're a banker to beat. so that'll be interesting. But we're going to go into that game and like I say, always full of confidence, but with full respect of every team that we play. So it will be nice to play a new face in the league as opposed to the ones that were last year. And we'll certainly be looking at every which way possible to go as strong into that game.